So, I know we're technically still in summertime, but as that winds down and we start ramping up towards autumn, well, there's going to be a little less and less light in here in the morning. And what that means is you'll have to see a little more of this. The lamps are on. So, unfortunately, due to today being kind of a dreary day, and it's almost 10 in the morning and I really didn't have a lot of light, I had to turn the lamps on. Sorry about that, but you know, we did this last year, we're going to do it again this year. Anyway, it is Runecasting Wednesday, the day of Odin himself, and we're going to, well, do what we always do on Runecasting Wednesday. We're going to cast runes, we're going to read them. I'm going to try to keep this video, just like I kept the last two, under 10 minutes. Already got the meditation done, the tea already made, everything is ready to roll. And don't forget, tomorrow is Traditional Thursday, and I do have one other announcement here. If you go to my link tree, I have a link to Modifius's website. I've got a wish list going there too. Now, I'm going to say this. There's a lot of stuff on there that's more than 35 bucks. I've said this before, I will say it again. If you choose to purchase something from that Modifius shop and have it sent to me, there is a deck of tarot cards there, but I will not be using them as a functional tarot deck because they are specifically made for the game Cult, which is also something I've got there. And if the camera is shaking right now, it's because Mr. Bub here is nudging the leg of the tripod, so I apologize for that. But anyway, anything over $35, we're going to talk. If it's like 50 bucks or more, you're getting 5 readings and a birthday reading, or 4 readings and a birthday reading, for a total of 5. Anything over 50 bucks, we're gonna sit down and have a discussion and try to work out a fair deal here. Because honestly, I try to keep it $35 because that's what brick and mortar places do. Only they do tarot, nothing else. And I don't know how long that session goes. I try to give you more for that kind of money. But as prices on things go up, I will be having a look and I will be trying to work out something better for you if you want a private reading, which is what Friday will look like. Okay? So let's get right down to it. Anyway, we've got you, Fenrir. You know, we talked a lot about the dissolution of partnerships and making family the most important thing. And don't you know that happened on Tuesday, or Tears Day. The thing about Fenrir is he didn't feel betrayed by Odin. He felt betrayed by Tyr. Tyr is the one who stuck his hand into Fenrir's mouth, and Fenrir figured if he had been tricked, well, then he was just going to snap that hand right off, which he did. Tyr ended up losing a hand. Those feelings of betrayal can cause us to bite hands. Sometimes they're the hands that feed us, especially in Tyr's case. In Tyr's case, it was because he knew what Odin was doing, and he said nothing to Fenrir about it. And that alone made him angry enough to do that. But I want to stress it's important not to bite the hand that feeds you. I want to stress that it's important to move past those feelings of resentment. Because I know one thing right now. We talked about the dissolution of partnerships. We talked about family being the most important thing. And sometimes it makes us go, ugh, when we fulfill a familial obligation, passing on something that we know might have set us up a little better in the future, but would have cost us our family, right? So don't resent the thing that it would have cost you for sticking with it because it's something of value. Guiding today, kind of a little bit of an odd bit of irony, guided by Saul who carries the sun. And this is where the warning kind of comes in, because right now you're kind of caught up in all the feelings and the grumblies, but it's telling you don't engage in lower forms of communication. Really get to what you love the most. Get to what lights you up. We always say that on this channel, don't we? And you know, I got to go with Razor Fist on one thing when he says, you know, if you see something and it's just not something that goes with what you were expecting, if you feel you've been baited and switched, especially in media these days, the answer isn't hate, it's indifference. You just don't hate watch it, you don't post about it, you just don't watch the thing. Let it fail. You know, completely deny the attention, deny the money. John B. Wells also said one time, if you want something to go away, stop buying it. Truer words never spoken. So, what is it in your life that's kind of making you a little resentful? Well, it's time to starve that wolf, isn't it? Because you have the parable of the two wolves. One represents all that's good and decent. The other one represents all that's evil and vile and corrupt. And they're fighting inside you constantly, and the one that wins is the one you feed. Very simple. So, let's look. Starting out with Wunyo. And what do we say? The raised flag of victory, right? Does the victory seem a little Pyrrhic, though? Does it seem like you paid a little too much for it? Well, that's where the third rune comes into play. Man, Othal loves to come up. Because if you're conflicted right now, it's a good idea to seek the advice of those who came before you. Those who've been there, done that. Because they know what's going on. And they can better inform you and probably even give you some better perspective of what you're looking at. And sometimes all it takes is a shifted perspective to understand that you really didn't lose much of anything. Got that friend that ditched you because of a difference of opinion? Well, nothing of value was lost. But finally, we end on Manas. Your own humanity. Your own conscious drives and desires to be just who you are. And if you look, we got both sun and moon there. Everything in balance, everything in harmony. Everything working with you. So, letting go of all that crap that's just not serving you, that mental clutter, that's going to be everything to you right now. And there's also a little bit of irony to this reading, because it comes right on the heels of a personal reading I did yesterday. But it seems that it's applying to a lot of us. Clean out the mental clutter. Remember what it is you love most. Focus on that. Focus on what makes you happy. What do you light up about? What can you nerd out about? What about that book you read? That book you read that you just want to tell everybody about. That last meal you ate that was so good, everyone needs to try it. Was it at a restaurant or was it one you cooked? Doesn't matter. You want to tell everybody about that thing because it's so fun, it's so awesome, it's such a spectacle that you can't stop talking about it. That's what you need to focus on. not what you don't like. Deny what you, starve the thing you don't like. Focus on what you do, what you love the most, and take care of it. Nurture it like that Empress card from yesterday. And I think it's going to take you a lot farther. Alright, so that's everything I've got for you today. I hope it didn't run too long. I hope I kept it under 10 minutes, and I hope you understand that I love you all. I want you to take care of yourselves and each other. I want you to focus hard on what lights you up. And as always, I want you to shine on.